Ladies and gentlemen, hard times are a universal experience. Nobody escapes the moments that test our courage, resilience, and spirit. But while hard times are inevitable, staying defeated is a choice. The question is, how do we navigate through the storm without losing our way? The first principle to remember is perspective is power. Life happens for you, not to you. Every hardship carries within it the seed of opportunity. You must develop the habit of asking, what can I learn? How can this make me stronger? Secondly, discipline becomes your anchor during turbulent times. Success isn't about what you do when it's easy, it's about what you do when it's hard. Stick to your daily rituals, whether it's exercising, journaling, or simply showing up. These small acts create a foundation of strength. Adversity is a teacher. When the pain seems unbearable, that's life delivering its greatest lessons. You must not shy away, but lean in. Reflect on the struggle, because hidden within is wisdom that will serve you for the rest of your life. And in the chaos, remember this, focus on what you can control. Too often, we waste energy worrying about things outside our grasp. Instead, identify what's in your power. Start there. Even a small win can shift the momentum. But here's the critical part. Master your emotions. It's easy to let fear or anger take the wheel, but these emotions cloud your judgment. Train yourself to stay calm, to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. Hard times are not meant to be faced alone. Surround yourself with people who lift you higher. Seek advice from those who have been where you are. Borrow their strength when yours feels depleted. And don't think you need to fix everything all at once. Take one step at a time. Big journeys are conquered with small, consistent strides. Each step builds confidence and momentum. Through it all, keep your eyes on the prize. Develop a vision beyond the pain. See yourself thriving after the storm has passed. Hold on to that picture. It will be your guiding star. And here's a secret most people miss. Give more than you receive. Yes, in your hardest moments, find someone else to lift up. The act of giving will remind you of your own strength and provide new meaning to your journey. Perspective is the unseen force that shapes how we experience life. When hard times come knocking, it's not the event itself that defines us, it's how we choose to see it. Some people crumble under pressure, while others rise to meet it. The difference isn't luck, resources, or talent. It's perspective. Imagine standing at the base of a mountain, staring up at its towering peak. To one person, that mountain is an insurmountable obstacle, a barrier too great to overcome. But to another, it's a challenge, a chance to grow stronger with every step. The mountain doesn't change, but the perspective does. And that shift can alter the course of your entire life. When you face hardship, ask yourself, what if this isn't happening to break me, but to build me? What if this struggle is exactly what I need to become the person I'm destined to be? Suddenly, pain transforms into purpose, and setbacks become stepping stones. Perspective gives you power because it puts you back in control. It allows you to take ownership of your life, even when circumstances feel beyond your reach. You may not be able to control the storm, but you can control how you navigate through it. You can choose to focus on the opportunity hidden within the chaos. The truth is, life is full of dualities. Every difficulty comes with its own opportunity. Failure brings lessons. Loss reveals gratitude. Uncertainty sparks creativity. But you'll never see these gifts if you're consumed by the problem. Shift your focus, and suddenly the darkness isn't so overwhelming. It's a moment of clarity, a chance to reimagine what's possible. This isn't about ignoring reality or pretending everything is fine. It's about recognizing that your reality is shaped by what you choose to focus on. You can either let hardship define you, or you can use it to refine you. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Perspective isn't just a mindset, it's your weapon, your shield, your compass. It empowers you to stand firm when the ground beneath you shakes. It allows you to see beyond the current pain to the future possibilities. And most importantly, it reminds you that hard times aren't permanent. They're just chapters in a story that's still being written. So, when the world feels heavy, remember this, you have the power to change your perspective. And when you change your perspective, you change everything. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It is the silent force, the unwavering guide that carries you through the storms of life when motivation fades and the path ahead feels uncertain. Discipline doesn't care about how you feel in the moment, it cares about who you are becoming. Hard times will test you. They will tempt you to take shortcuts, to give in to the voice that says that's too much. But discipline doesn't listen to that voice. Discipline whispers back, stay the course. It's not about perfection, it's about persistence. It's about showing up day after day, even when the odds seem stacked against you. True discipline is born in those moments when quitting feels like the easiest option. When everything inside you screams for comfort, discipline is the force that says, no, not today. It's the habit of doing what needs to be done, not just what's convenient. And over time, those small, consistent actions build a foundation of resilience so strong that no hardship can shake it. Discipline isn't just about action, it's about identity. It's about becoming the kind of person who honors their commitments, who keeps their word, especially to themselves. When you embrace discipline, you begin to trust yourself on a deeper level. You prove again and again that you are capable of weathering any storm, of pushing through any obstacle. There will be days when progress feels slow, when the results you crave seem miles away. But discipline teaches you to fall in love with the process, to find joy in the effort rather than the outcome. Because the truth is, every small act of discipline is a step toward transformation. Every choice to persevere is a vote for the person you are becoming. In the darkest moments, discipline becomes your light. It keeps you moving forward when the world tries to pull you back. It's not always easy, it's not supposed to be, but it's always worth it. Because discipline isn't just a tool, it's a way of life. It's the key to unlocking your potential and breaking through the limits you once thought defined you. So when hard times come, don't wait for the right feeling or the perfect moment. Embrace discipline. Commit to the small, deliberate actions that move you forward. And as you do, you'll find that even in the midst of struggle, you're building a strength and character that no challenge can ever take away. Discipline is the path, and the journey is where your greatness is forged. Adversity is life's greatest teacher, though its lessons often come wrapped in pain and discomfort. When hard times strike, it's easy to feel defeated, to question why the struggle has come your way. But what if the challenges you face are not punishments, but gifts? What if they are the very experiences designed to shape you into the person you were always meant to be? Adversity reveals truths about ourselves that comfort and ease never could. It strips away the superficial, forcing us to confront who we truly are. It shows us our weaknesses, yes, but also our hidden strengths, the reservoirs of resilience we didn't know existed. In the furnace of struggle, we are forged, refined, and transformed. The key is not to resist adversity, but to embrace it. Resistance only prolongs the pain, while acceptance opens the door to growth. Ask yourself, what is this moment here to teach me? What can I gain from this experience that will make me stronger, wiser, better prepared for the future? When you approach hardship with curiosity instead of fear, you begin to uncover its purpose. Every failure holds a lesson. Every setback contains wisdom. But these treasures are not handed to you. They must be earned. They require you to dig deep, to reflect, to face the uncomfortable truths that adversity reveals. It's in these moments of reflection that clarity emerges. You start to see that the obstacles were not in your way, they were the way. Adversity also has a way of teaching us gratitude. It shows us the value of things we often take for granted: health, relationships, time. When you've walked through the fire, you come out the other side with a new appreciation for life's simplest joys. You understand, on a deeper level, that nothing is promised and everything is precious. But perhaps the greatest lesson adversity teaches is this: you are stronger than you think. You've survived 100% of your worst days. Every challenge you've faced has prepared you for this moment. And when you emerge from your current struggle, and you'll do so with a renewed sense of confidence, knowing that you can face whatever comes next. Adversity isn't the end of the road. It's the beginning of transformation. It's a call to rise higher, to think deeper, to live with greater intention. So don't fear the struggle. Lean into it, learn from it, and let it mold you into the person you were always destined to become. When life feels chaotic and overwhelming, the most powerful act you can take is to focus on what you can control. Too often, we exhaust ourselves fighting battles we were never meant to fight, worrying about outcomes beyond our reach. But peace and progress come when we stop chasing what's outside our grasp and start mastering what is within it. Hard times have a way of magnifying the uncontrollable. The economy, other people's actions, unforeseen circumstances, all these things can feel like they're conspiring against us. But here's the truth. No matter how fierce the storm, you always have control over something. Your thoughts, your actions, your attitude. These are your tools, your foundation, and your guiding compass. Focusing on what you can control is not about surrendering to circumstances. It's about reclaiming your power. It's a deliberate choice to say, I will not be defined by what happens to me, but by how I respond. It's in this response that your strength is revealed, your resilience sharpened, and your destiny shaped. When you focus on your attitude, you transform chaos into clarity. Your perspective shifts from why is this happening to me to what can I do with what's in front of me. This shift doesn't make the problem disappear, but it gives you the energy and focus to navigate through it. Your actions become a source of empowerment. You can't control the obstacles in your path, but you can control the steps you take to move forward. Even a small step in the right direction is progress, and progress fuels hope. By focusing on those small, deliberate actions, you create momentum that carries you through the hardest times. And then there's your mindset. The mind is a battlefield, and when you focus on what you can control, you win the war against fear and doubt. You remind yourself that while you may not choose the circumstances, you always choose your response. That choice is your freedom. That choice is your power. The beauty of focusing on what you can control is that it simplifies the chaos. It removes the weight of things that were never yours to carry. It narrows your vision to what truly matters and gives you the confidence to face each day with purpose. So when the world feels heavy, step back. Ask yourself, what is within my power right now? And then pour your energy into those things. Over time, you'll find that the small, consistent victories in the areas you control lead to triumphs in areas you never thought possible. Control what you can, let go of what you can't, and watch how life begins to transform. In the face of hardship, emotions can feel like an uncontrollable storm, powerful, unpredictable, and overwhelming. But the truth is, mastering your emotions is the key to mastering your life. It's not about suppressing what you feel or pretending to be unaffected. It's about learning to guide your emotions rather than being ruled by them. When hard times strike, fear and frustration often come rushing in. They cloud judgment, amplify the problem, and make the path forward seem impossible. But emotions, though powerful, are not your enemy. They are signals, messengers, calling your attention to what matters. Your task is not to run from them, but to harness them, to acknowledge their presence while choosing your response. Mastering your emotions begins with self-awareness. You must take a step back and ask yourself, what am I feeling? Why am I feeling it? Is this emotion serving me or holding me back? In that moment of reflection, you reclaim control. You recognize that while you can't always choose what you feel, you can always choose what you do next. This is where strength is born. When anger arises, it can either destroy or empower. It's your choice. When fear creeps in, it can paralyze you or propel you into action. The difference lies in your ability to pause, to breathe, and to redirect the energy of your emotions towards something productive. To master your emotions is to develop emotional discipline. It's deciding to stay calm when chaos surrounds you. It's refusing to let frustration lead to rash decisions. It's choosing patience when the pressure mounts. This doesn't mean you deny your emotions. It means you channel them in ways that align with your values and goals. In mastering your emotions, you discover your true power. You realize that no external event has the ability to control you without your permission. The world may test you, people may provoke you, and circumstances may disappoint you, but your inner state remains yours to command. This is freedom from being a victim of circumstances and freedom to live with intention and purpose. Hard times will always challenge your emotional balance, but each challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger. Every time you choose to respond with clarity instead of reaction, you build resilience. Every time you choose patience over panic, you gain confidence. And every time you choose understanding over anger, you rise above the situation and move closer to the person you aspire to be. Mastering your emotions doesn't mean you won't feel pain, fear, or doubt. It means these emotions no longer control your destiny. Instead, they become tools in your hands, guiding, shaping, and strengthening you through every challenge. In mastering your emotions, you master yourself. And in mastering yourself, you master life. In the midst of hard times, the people around you become either your greatest strength or your greatest weakness. The truth is, you cannot navigate life's challenges alone. Even the strongest among us need support, encouragement, and wisdom from others. Surrounding yourself with strength means intentionally building a circle of people who lift you up, hold you accountable, and remind you of your potential when you forget it yourself. Strength is contagious. When you align yourself with people who embody resilience, determination, and wisdom, their energy ignites something powerful within you. Their belief in you becomes a mirror, reflecting back the strength you may not yet see in yourself. In their presence, your doubts fade, your confidence grows, and the burdens you carry feel a little lighter. But surrounding yourself with strength is more than just seeking comfort. It's about being around people who challenge you to rise higher, who refuse to let you settle for less than your best. These are the individuals who will speak truth into your life, even when it's uncomfortable. They will push you to stay disciplined, to stay focused, and to keep moving forward when the path feels impossible. There's a profound wisdom in knowing that you don't have all the answers. Hard times often bring uncertainty, and in those moments, the perspective of someone who has walked the road before you can be invaluable. A mentor, a trusted friend, or even a stranger with a shared experience can offer insights that shift your perspective and guide you toward solutions you may never have considered. Strength doesn't always come in the form of advice or action. Sometimes, it's simply the presence of someone who cares. A hand on your shoulder, a listening ear, or a word of encouragement can remind you that you're not alone. That connection, that bond, is often enough to reignite your inner fire and give you the courage to take the next step. Equally important is recognizing when to distance yourself from negativity. Energy is contagious, and the wrong influences can drain you, discourage you, and pull you further from your goals. Surrounding yourself with strength means protecting your mind and spirit from toxic environments and seeking out those who inspire hope and possibility. When you surround yourself with strength, you build a fortress of support that stands firm against the storms of life. These are the people who will celebrate your victories, pick you up after your defeats, and remind you in your darkest moments of the light that still burns within you. Hard times test your relationships, revealing who is truly in your corner. Choose wisely, build intentionally, and know that when you surround yourself with strength, you create an unshakable foundation, not just to survive the challenges of life, but to thrive beyond them. When life feels overwhelming, when the weight of your challenges seems unbearable, the answer is not to conquer everything at once. It is to take one step at a time. There is power in simplicity, in breaking down the seemingly impossible into manageable pieces. Progress doesn't demand perfection or speed, it only asks for movement. The journey through hard times is not a sprint. It's a series of deliberate steps. You don't have to see the entire path ahead. You don't need to know how it all ends. All you need to do is focus on the next step. One small action, one decision, one moment of effort. Each step you take builds momentum, and before long, you'll find yourself farther along than you ever imagined. The hard times often paralyze us with their enormity. The sheer size of the challenge can make us feel defeated before we even begin. But when you shift your focus to the step in front of you, the mountain shrinks. It becomes less about reaching the summit and more about placing one foot in front of the other. Each small step matters. It might feel insignificant in the moment, but every step forward is a victory over doubt, fear, and hesitation. Every step is a signal to yourself that you refuse to give up, that you're willing to keep moving even when it's hard. These steps, though small, create a ripple effect. They build momentum, and with momentum comes strength. Patience becomes your ally in this process. When you take one step at a time, you learn to trust the journey. You stop worrying about how far you have to go and start appreciating the progress you're making. You learn to celebrate the little victories, the small wins that remind you that you're moving forward, no matter how slow it feels. Taking one step at a time is also about focus. When you narrow your vision to what you can do right now, you eliminate distractions. You stop wasting energy on the what-ifs and the uncontrollable, and you channel your efforts into the present moment. That focus becomes your superpower, allowing you to make steady progress even in the midst of chaos. Remember, no great achievement was ever accomplished in a single leap. Every hero's journey, every story of triumph was built step by step, moment by moment. When you feel overwhelmed, remind yourself you don't have to do it all today. You just have to take the next step. And when you do, you'll find that those small steps add up. Over time, they create a path, a bridge, a foundation. One step becomes two, two become 10, and 10 become a journey you never thought you could complete. The power of taking one step at a time is not just in the progress you make, but in the strength and resilience you build along the way. Pain has a way of narrowing your focus, trapping you in the moment, and making it hard to see beyond the struggle. But the most powerful tool you have in hard times is your ability to develop a vision that reaches beyond the pain. A vision isn't just about seeing what's ahead, it's about creating a future worth striving for, even when the present feels unbearable. Hardship may try to define you, but your vision is what will redefine your life. It's what allows you to look past the current storm and see the clear skies on the other side. It gives you purpose in the midst of struggle, reminding you that pain is not the end of your story, it's merely a chapter. To develop a vision beyond the pain, you must first dare to dream, even when everything around you feels broken. Close your eyes and imagine the life you want to create. Picture who you will become because of the strength you're building now. What does that future look like? Who will you help? What will you achieve? When you have a clear vision, the pain loses its power. It becomes fuel for the journey rather than a barrier in your path. Vision pulls you forward when everything else pushes you back. It whispers to you in the darkness, reminding you why you started and why you must keep going. It allows you to reframe your pain, to see it not as a punishment, but as preparation. Every difficulty you endure is shaping you, refining you, and preparing you for the future you're working toward. But vision isn't just about hope, it's about action. A vision without action is merely a dream. To move beyond pain, you must align your daily choices with the future you want to create. Each decision, no matter how small, becomes a step toward that vision. And every step you take strengthens your resolve, making the pain feel smaller in comparison to the purpose you're pursuing. Pain may demand your attention, but vision demands your focus. It teaches you to lift your eyes from the immediate discomfort and place them on the horizon. It reminds you that the challenges you face today are temporary, but the legacy you create is lasting. Developing a vision beyond the pain doesn't mean ignoring the struggle. It means using the struggle as a stepping stone, a tool for growth. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is a choice. And when you have a vision, you choose to rise above the suffering, to turn your pain into progress and your wounds into wisdom. Let your vision be your guide. Let it be the reason you get back up when life knocks you down. Hold on to it tightly, especially in your darkest moments. Because when the pain fades, and it's your vision that will remain, and it's your vision that will carry you into the life you've always imagined. True greatness is not found in what you take from the world, but in what you give to it. Hard times can make us insular, tempting us to hold tightly to what we have, to guard our resources and protect our energy. But the path to true fulfillment lies in giving, especially when it's hardest to do so. Giving more than you receive is not just an act of generosity. It's a declaration of abundance, a powerful reminder that you have capacity to impact the world around you, no matter your circumstances. When you choose to give, you shift your focus from scarcity to possibility. You stop fixating on what you lack and start seeing what you have to offer. Whether it's your time, your skills, your kindness, or even just a listening ear, every act of giving strengthens not only the receiver, but the giver as well. It creates a ripple effect, reminding you that even in struggle, you are not powerless, you are a force for good. Hardship often isolates us, making us feel alone in our battles, but giving reconnects us to humanity. It reminds us that we're part of something bigger than ourselves. A single act of generosity can inspire hope, rekindle faith, and spark a sense of purpose in others. And in lifting them, you lift yourself. Giving more than you receive doesn't always mean grand gestures. It can be as simple as a word of encouragement to someone feeling lost, a moment of patience in a world full of haste, or a helping hand when someone stumbles. These small acts compound, creating a legacy far greater than anything material. And here's the paradox. When you give freely, you always receive more in return. Not necessarily in material ways, but in meaning, connection, and fulfillment. You discover that the more you pour into others, the fuller your own life becomes. Generosity has a way of expanding your world, turning hard times into opportunities for growth and connection. In giving, you break the grip of fear and scarcity. You declare to yourself and the world that there is always enough love, enough time, enough strength. And this mindset of abundance transforms how you see every challenge. It becomes less about surviving the moment and more about contributing to a larger purpose. When you give more than you receive, you remind yourself of what truly matters. You align with a higher calling, one that transcends personal struggles. You realize that your legacy won't be measured by what you've gathered, but by what you've given. And in the end, it's not the material things that endure, it's the lives you've touched and the hearts you've inspired. So when hard times are good, choose to give. Choose to extend a hand, share your light, and make the world a little brighter for someone else. In doing so, you'll find that the act of giving not only helps others, it transforms you. There will be times when the road feels too long, when the weight of your dreams seems unbearable, and when every step forward feels like a struggle. The world will test your resolve, challenge your patience, and tempt you to walk away. But the most powerful thing you can do in those moments is simple. Never quit. Quitting is easy. It's the path of least resistance, the choice that promises comfort in the short term but robs you of your potential in the long term. It's tempting, especially when the journey gets tough. But it's in those very moments of struggle that your greatest growth occurs. Every obstacle you face is an opportunity to prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you imagined. When you choose to never quit, you are making a commitment to yourself. You're saying, I will not let this challenge define me. I will not let failure be my story. I will keep going even when I can't see the end, even when the path is unclear. This commitment becomes a powerful force, propelling you forward, one step at a time. The journey is never a straight line. There will be setbacks, moments of doubt, and times when you question whether you're on the right path. But remember, every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every challenge is an opportunity to sharpen your skills, to build resilience, and to develop the kind of character that only adversity can forge. Quitting would mean abandoning the potential within you, the vision you've created for your life, and the lessons yet to be learned. The people who achieve greatness are not those who never fail. They are the ones who refuse to quit in the face of failure. They understand that success is not defined by the number of times you fall, but by the number of times you rise. The key to never quitting is perseverance. It's about pushing through when everything inside you wants to stop. It's about finding the courage to keep moving, even when the destination feels distant, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Progress is often hidden, unfolding in ways we can't see. But every small effort compounds. Every moment you refuse to quit is a moment of victory. So when you feel like giving up, remember why you started. Remember the dreams that pushed you to take that first step. The world may not always support you. People may doubt you. But the only opinion that matters is yours. If you keep moving, keep fighting, and never quit, you will get closer to who you were meant to be. Never quit, because the greatest victories often come just after the point where most would have turned back. Keep going, keep believing, and keep striving. The ride may be tough, but raid me tough. And your refuel or reference and your forces, and your resources you deserve. Finally, the golden rule, never quit. You may bend, you may falter, but never break. Resilience is the ultimate superpower. And as you persist, you'll find that hard times don't last forever. The strength you gain, however, does.
So when life knocks you down, don't stay down, get up. Persist. Keep moving forward, and you will find that every obstacle is simply a stepping stone on your path to greatness. To multiply your efforts is to understand that your greatest resource is not time or money, it's your ability to create momentum. Success doesn't come from doing more of the same. It comes from doing less of the wrong things and more of the right things consistently and intelligently. When you multiply your efforts, you stop relying on brute force alone. You stop exhausting yourself with endless tasks that lead nowhere. Instead, you find ways to work smarter. You leverage your skills, your time, and your resources to produce results far beyond what you could achieve through individual effort.